Thank you, Seth Fraser. Thank you, Seth Fraser, and thank all of you. So the beauty behind Kannaway is its simplicity of anybody being able to do it. The moment that you log in and become a brand ambassador, you can go right in your back office and you have the ability to download a success manual. Who better to help me describe the success manual than our VP of Sales and Training, Mr. Ryan Vanderpool.
I love it, Billy. Absolutely great. So what you're seeing right now, everybody, is our back office. So when you come on board, you obviously have your website, correct? Your replicating website. And over on the right corner, there's a place where you'll be able to log in to your back office. And the reason we're here right now is because we want to show you our most important tool once you've joined our business, which is our success manual. So over on the left-hand side, you'll see them scroll down, see them going down into documents. And in documents, when you open that up, is our success manual. And I've got to thank Charles Vest for an absolutely amazing job in putting together this success manual. He did a great job. Definitely did.
The success manual, it's 25 pages of pure awesome. I mean, it will walk anybody through step by step of getting started with Kannaway. And so we want to make sure that everybody that's watching this right now, that's at home, and everybody here, you know exactly where to find this very important document. So when you log in, it's right on the left, and then you scroll down and you'll see documents, and you'll have a list of really important documents. I believe the most important one is the success manual.
Absolutely.
And you can print as many of them off as you want and help your team get started so that maybe you have uno, dos, tres on you, and when somebody gets started, you're able to hand them a manual right there on the spot.
Imagine that, being able to start someone up and saying, congratulations, welcome to the team, and I want to show you exactly how to get started in our business. Isn't that not a great idea, everybody? Absolutely amazing. And as then you hand it to someone, you can start to go through the pages. And our first page is our quick start guide. So yes. Wu, if you want to go to the PowerPoint for just a second, and you can go to page 1 on that PowerPoint, and he's going to pull it up for us right now. And that's our quick start guide. And why this part is so very important, this quick start guide, is because it's someone getting started right out of the gate, and we want to get them the information that they need. So what does that mean? When someone joins our business, the first thing we're going to show them, and he'll have it up right there, there it is we're going to talk about, as a brand ambassador, what is your brand ambassador number? Because that number right there is exactly how you're going to log in to your back office and get you started. So number one, as you can see on the screen right there, or it's coming up in a minute here, is the brand ambassador number. The second thing is the password, because that'll enable you to get into every tool. And we have spent, as a company, I'm just telling you, the time and effort that we've developed on that back-end website is absolutely amazing. And the third thing is your website. Because when someone says, well, tell me more about your business, you're going to want to be able to say, well, here's the address, kannaway.com/, and then your ID number will get you right in there, or kway, I think, .com as well, correct?
Correct.
And that'll take you right in there. So now you've got your brand ambassador ID, you know your password, now you can get into your back office, and now you've got your website. So those are the first key elements when someone joins on board, so at least they can start their business, and it's almost like having the keys to unlock your business. You're now open for business based off of that information right there. And then the next set is, in our business, you're in business by yourself, but truly not by yourself. You're in business on your own, but we're here and your team here. Everybody in this business wants to help you. So our next part is we talk about your upline and getting their information as well, correct?
Yes, so you're in business for yourself.
Thank you.
But never by yourself. The beauty behind Kannaway is that we work as a team, that you're never alone, that you have upline support. You have people that are incentivized to help you. You have a sponsor who maybe has a sponsor who has a sponsor. And as you go into your back office, you're going to be able to see the 3 people that are above you. If you click on my team and then you click on upline, you'll see the 3 people that are above you that can give you support. Because it's all about coming together and helping as many people as possible be successful like Zig Ziglar said,
Yes.
if you help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything you want. And that's what Kannaway is about. So once you have all of that, you've got your brand ambassador ID, you've got your password, which are both emailed to you immediately when you get signed up with Kannaway. You have your website, you have your support team. We've got a quick start checklist of reviewing the Canna tools, the current promotions, the success planner, touring the back office. What's next, Ryan?
Well, here's the thing that really becomes important, is it's now your ABCs, okay? And this is not in the manual, but we're gonna talk about the ABCs, which is the next page for us, Mr. Wu. There you go. Now, we learned in our lifetime as marketers, ABC always meant?
Always be closing.
All righty? We're always out there closing. And I got to tell you, my wife had the opportunity to go out and shop with a lady who, when I talked to her last night, she said, this lady talks to everybody, meaning always be closing. I know that Kara must have talked to 10 people yesterday while she was shopping, and I'm very, very proud of you. But ABC, in this instance, doesn't mean always be closing. It means our ABCs, meaning the first thing someone needs to do in our business is
Auto ship.
get on auto ship, right?
Why?
You want to be a product of the product. Number two,
Which is B, be a product of the product.
exactly. And how are you going to do that if we're not on that product every single month? Enjoying it. Whether one month maybe it's the hemp vape, maybe the next month it's Canna Kick, maybe you're running out of some of the beauty defined line, but you're always on an auto ship to make sure that you consistently have product. Here's another reason why. If you're building your business, this is one of the biggest reasons. People do what you do, correct? People do what you do. So if you happen to bring someone into the business and they ask you, well, are you on auto ship? If you say no, they're going to think, well, I don't need to be on it either. But it's the most important part of your business because it's truly about residual. It's residualizing people. And this business is not about 1 + 1 = 2. This business is about 1 + 1 could equal 100 based off of you don't know who they know, and you don't know who's going to get excited about our great company and our great products. So always be closing auto ship. We talked about being a product to the product, and then getting someone out of the gate would be C, which is
Your contact list. So we have auto ship, be a product of the product, and then C, which is contact list. Because if you want to build a Kannaway team, you're going to need people to contact, right? So we actually give you a list of 20 blank slots for you to fill in your first 20 people. Now, what if I don't really know who to write down, Ryan?
really. Here's what I would ask Billy, okay? If Billy said to me, I don't really know who to write down, I don't know anybody, I'd say, Billy, take out your telephone for a minute. And I want you to imagine that you're on the interstate right now and your car broke down. And oh, by the way, AAA, and I think we have AAA here, I don't know, but you don't have anybody as far as a mechanic or someone to show up, and your significant other's not here. Billy, who would you call on your phone if you broke down on the highway right now?
I would probably call my brother,
Okay, and what's your brother's name?
Ryan.
Ryan? What a great name that is, huh? So let's write down Ryan's name. Do you have
Brian, actually.
Oh, do you have his phone number?
Yes.
Okay, we write him down. So now we just wrote down Ryan's name, right? And his phone number. And then I say to Billy, Billy, he didn't answer. Now who are we going to call?
My best friend, Jim,
Jim. What's Jim's phone number?
708.
Are you guys with me? Because if he says anything other than, as we open up our phone, I'd say, all those phone numbers in there, Billy, I know they didn't come preloaded from AT&T. You put them in, so let's use these numbers. And then the last thing I'm going to say to him as well is, Billy, by the way, we have what we call a memory jogger right next to the contact list. I know that you got it right there in your hands.
It's in your back office.
Here it is.
Right
Bring
there.
it on up. Awesome. Our assistant here, our beautiful assistant from Hawaii. Thank you very much, right? Here's the memory jogger. And here's the amazing thing about the memory jogger, because it's 4 columns of ideas and people and all of that. Auto mechanics, accountants, bankers, lawyers, merchants, father-in-law, grandparents, children. I can go over to the W's. Who enjoys being around high energy people? How about gardeners, cosmetologists, golfers, water suppliers, It goes on and on and on. And this is a great way to start to jog someone's memory, right?
That's correct. You know, when I first got started in this business, I thought I was too good to write down a list. I thought to myself, I've been in sales and business for 10 years. Why do I need to make a list? You know, it's all up here. And then I humbled myself because I realized that there's a way that works. And why recreate another way when somebody else has created one that's successful? If you have a tire, do you go out and try to recreate one? No, that'd be silly, right? Well, this is a model for success. When you write down a list of people that you not want to contact, but must contact, then this business becomes simple. Because as you're doing that, your mind is actually activating, and you're actually learning, and you're thinking to yourself, all these other people that you have to contact. And so as you write down one person's name, you think of somebody else's. They remind you of your cousin Jim, or maybe your buddy Jose. You never know who's going to come out of your head when you're writing it down. Now you have something to work off of. It's not just up here, it's now concrete and on paper. And that's very, very important.
I tell everybody that a contact list is a living, breathing document. Because today you might write down 20 names, but I can promise you that you're going to want to get a second copy, because you'll be in the middle of the night and you'll wake up and you'll remember, oh my gosh, I got to call Seth. I forgot all about Seth. So you're always going to be adding to that. So although in the early days it might be with 20 or 25 or maybe even 10, it's always going to grow. It's an ever-growing document. And oh, by the way, people who say no today, they're not really saying no, are they? They're only saying?
They are saying no, but they're saying K-N-O-W.
Right.
They're saying they don't know enough information.
Right.
And they're really not saying no to you, they're saying no to themselves.
Absolutely.
I call the contact list, Ryan, contact capital. It's literally, it's capital, it's currency if you use it correctly and if you go through it all.
Absolutely. I'll give you a quick story, you guys, because the last company I was in, I made over $1 million, I think, when it was all said and done in the last company I was with.
In network marketing?
In the industry.
You made over $1 million?
Yes, in that company, yes.
Wow.
And I sat in the seats just like you. Now, for most of these companies, I didn't just one day show up. People prospected me. And in one of the last companies I was a part of, which I have a Super Bowl ring for as well.
Right on.
My prospect waited 8 years before I joined their business. 8 years. So no didn't mean no, it just meant not now. And they continued to just share information with me. And 8 years later, I joined that business. And oh, by the way, I know that I made them over $2 million based off of when I joined. As a matter of fact, we stood on stage together when I received a $100,000 check. They come up and got a $500,000 check. We call that a good hair day for that family, for sure, That was a great day.
So just because somebody says no to you today does not mean that they'll never join your business. 30 days from now, if you're having success, I would encourage you to go back through your list and tell people about the success that you're having. I've seen a lot of people join this business after they see somebody they know that is having success. So Ryan, we went through the first part of this getting started guide.
Yes.
What's the next page look like?
Well, my question is going to be to you. Okay, I get it. I understand it. I'll put my list together. So how am I going to be able to create some sort of an income to really get me out of the gate and get me moving forward? So at that point, we're going to go to the pages that talk about our fast start bonuses. Because this is how we get someone. I talk about it all the time. When you open up your business, we want to start to get into the black as soon as possible. We've invested a little bit to get our business started. We needed to open up the doors. We've learned all about our business now. So it's time to make some money, correct?
That's what it's all about.
So the first bonus out of the gate is our fast start bonus, correct?
Correct.
And as you guys can see on the board there, and maybe you want to share or go through it with everybody, you can go left or right, but there's some simple steps to coming on board in our business.
Absolutely. So when you get started and you purchase a pack, if you purchase a Premier Pack, you actually have 60 days of double fast start eligibility. Meaning, that the moment that you sponsor a third person that purchases a pack, your sales are now double. Your commissions are double for that entire period. Those 3 packs that you sold are now double, as well as every pack after that until your 60 days is up.
So can we have an example of that?
Absolutely.
So you sponsor myself into the business, correct?
Yep.
And I come on board with the Premier Pack.
Correct.
You just made as my enroller $150, correct?
As your enroller,
As
yes.
your first person.
Correct.
I'm the first person. So now, you go out there, and I'm going to use an example here. I'm going to use Lisa, and you sponsor Lisa out in Austin, Texas, and she comes on board with a lifestyle pack.
Okay.
Okay, so that's number 2 for you.
Correct.
And you just got paid with the lifestyle pack?
$75.
$75, okay.
Correct.
And then the last person we're going to talk about, let's see someone special out there. Oh gosh.
How about Clarabelle?
Oh, all righty. And she comes on board with an executive pack, okay? And
With the essential pack.
Essential pack. And that's your third.
Correct.
All right, so 150 on me,
75
75
on
there.
Lisa.
Now, how much was this?
25 on Claire.
Okay, but that's your third.
Well, so technically, it doubled. I
So?
made 50 on Claire, 150 on Lisa, and 100 and 300 on you.
You're kidding me.
No, because it's double commissions as soon as you sponsor the third person.
And what if you did this in your first 3 days?
If you did it in your first 3 days, well, you bought a Premier Pack,
Yes.
you have 57 more days left where every single person that you sponsor that purchases a pack is double commissions. No limit.
So 4,
Double right away.
5,
Double right away.
6.
Double.
You guys understand the power of the
20.
compensation plan
Double.
here? Absolutely.
30, every single time.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
Very
you guys-
powerful and very exciting.
And that's brand new.
So how many people like double commissions? So let me ask this, uno mas. How many people like double commissions? There you go. All right. Just wanted to make sure that everybody was still alive.
Okay, so now we've got double commissions, but as we talked about earlier, duplication is so very important. So now you've got this team of 3. There are 3 of
Correct.
us. And now you're going to teach us how to go share the business as well. Does anything magical happen there as well? If I go out and I sponsor, let's say I sponsor 3 people, and I'm just going to use an example. They all come in at Premier Packs. All right, so you're my enroller. I just brought 3 people in as well because I see the numbers. So with my 3 people, they went to Premier, meaning I went from 150 to each to 350. I got paid on each one.
You made $900.
I made $900.
And as your enroller, because I got qualified by purchasing either a lifestyle or a Premier and sponsoring 3 people that purchase packs in my fast start period, I am now 50% check match qualified for life off of everybody that I personally sponsor their fast start period. So I sponsored Ryan, and this could be 6 months down the line. It could be a year down the line. I sponsor Ryan, I'm check match qualified. He brings in 3 people that purchase Premier Packs. I make 50% of the 150
Yes.
off of each one. So I make 75, 75, 75, $225.
Based off of what I did.
Off of what he did, nothing from me. I didn't do anything except sponsor him, all right? A year down the line, I'm check match qualified, and I'm gonna make 50% off of the people that he sponsored of his fast start period for as long, either 30 or 60 days.
Yes.
It's powerful. Did anybody get that?
You guys understand that?
Okay. You get that, Clarabelle? Okay.
Here's the last thing we were going to share. When we talk about, I guess, are we to the next slide? We can go one more slide here.
I got it.
There you go. So here we go. So let's talk about 3 and yours is free. Because
Absolutely.
this is an important part of our business. We talked about auto ship earlier. But the key to our businesses is getting people to get on the products as well. So as you see up on the slideshow up there, 3 for free. The greatest thing about our business is if you'll go share our products with people, and whether they decide to come on board or not, if they'll just become customers of ours. And whether they are, it could be a SAB, maybe they want to get the hemp vape, whatever the case is. If you'll find 3 customers who will come on board and try our products, you will be qualified for what we call 3 for free.
Correct. You simply refer 3 and your product is free. It's pretty cool. So this is 3 customers, not brand ambassadors. So that's a really important part of our program. The entire, literally the entire compensation plan, guys, all 9 ways that we get paid, it all boils down to reaching 3 and teaching 3. It all boils down to you going out there and maximizing your fast start period and getting 3 people. And then the 3 that you reached, teaching them to do the same thing. If that starts happening, when you do that, everything else doesn't matter. Everything else falls into place. So, what do we want to talk about next?
I think we're going to save that because we're going to be back in about 15 minutes.
I went a little bit forward on that one.
And that's okay. That's great because, guys, we've taught you, number 1, how to get started, how to bring someone into the business, get them started. We've taught you how to get a contact list together. We've taught you the ABCs, correct? We remember the ABCs, right? We've got to get on auto ship, correct? We have to become a product of the product. And then we definitely need to put that list together of contacts to get started. So those are our ABCs. We've showed you a little bit of the money. Guys, we could get deep into the compensation, but I want you to understand, if you'll teach 3 to reach 3, which we're going to talk about in a minute, not only are you going to make the type of money that absolutely is amazing, but you're going to have the ability to help others, as we talked about earlier on when we talked about the fact if you help enough people get what they want, you're always going to get what you want as well. So we've got all that together. We're ready to go. We've got everything in place. Our next movement is to put together a K-Day. And we want to teach you about a K-Day because you've seen it all over the internet over the last handful of weeks where literally you could put a party together. And you've seen some of those parties via Facebook where people just show up, they experience on our product and they say, tell me more, I'm ready to get started with you.